Alright, so let me see. Okay, so thumbnail. Rage. Rage. Alright, hold on, y'all. Rage. Dang. That's some gamer rage. What's up, yo? Alright, y'all. Once you guys are seated, I'm gonna start telling you guys the story. Hey, what's up, you guys? Yeah, you guys are gonna love this story, man. This story is going to be hilarious, bro. Like, you guys are gonna love this story, bro. Oh, because we dudes, man, we always getting robbed by chicks, bro. That's all dating is us getting robbed. I mean, well, not them robbing us, but them wanting to rob us, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, it's not like that. Like, I've gotten robbed by women. I've gotten robbed. Shit. If I was telling the truth, I should have named this the time I got robbed by a chick for $5,000. Yeah, because this one chick, man, like, she was a stripper too. She stole my camera. Dang. What's up, Inside? All right, you guys, put one in the chat if the audio is good. Put two in the chat if the audio is bad. Yeah, on a Monday. Yeah. 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 Take her on a double date. If she don't pay, then she probably have good fate. I don't like a chick if she don't act fake. I like a chick, take her to my place. Ooh, she gonna talk that shit, but the bit be lit. She gonna talk that shit. Ooh, she gonna talk that shit, but the bitch be lit. She gonna talk that shit as long as the bitch stay lit. Yeah, she talking shit like she creepy. Don't give a fuck. That's how she gonna keep me. I'm just talking shit, guys. Oh, so how I get robbed? All right, I got you guys, bro. Okay, so this is what happened, bro. So, a female friend of mine brought a female friend of hers, right? And the female friend made it seem like she was just showing like we were all just gonna go out to have a good time, right? It really seemed like we were just going to go out and have a good time. So, you know, we all meet up at this really, really swanky place. It looked really, really, really nice. We get up in there, the ambiance is freaking perfect up in this place, you know what I mean? Roll up in there, they got people sitting down, it's candlelight, the ambiance got blue light everywhere, all neon lights everywhere. So, we get taken to a table, we sit down, and we order our food. Now, our food wasn't super duper expensive. It was like 25 bucks, right? Now, but I noticed that when I start eating my food, the chick sitting next to me, this chick I don't really know like that, you know what I mean? She starts ordering up all of this food, right? She orders just a ton of food, right? But after she orders her food came out to like 800, like 80 bucks. But after she gets done eating, she gets a drink menu and she just starts like, you know, ordering all these drinks. She's ordering drinks for her. She's giving her friends drinks, just ordering drinks. Yeah, all this expensive liquor. Bro, we get done eating. Now, mind you, I asked this woman, I was like, yo, like, you know, you're sure drinking a lot of drinks. Like, how are you gonna, like, you really got money like this? She's like, please. I am a professional an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire entrepreneur. This is what she told me. This single woman is the reason why I don't believe anything women tell me. Not sorry, ladies. I gotta protect my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all know. Y'all know. So she looks at me and she's like, I'm a millionaire entrepreneur. Okay, I make millions of dollars. All right. What do you? Of course, I can pay for my drinks. I'm a millionaire. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm rich. She says all the shit, right? Oh, she's this, she's that. It's she's super rich. She's Jeff Bezos. She's Kobe Bryant. She's Ted Turner. People with money. She's rich, right? But basically, she's communicating to me that she's got her own drinks. So stop asking her about what she's drinking. So about a half an hour later, we all finish up with our orders. I don't drink, so I ain't drink nothing. My girl I was with, she drank. You know what I mean? So she drank some drinks, she ate some food, I paid for our stuff. You know what I'm saying? She had 3 other people with her that she's ordering for her and drinks. Nigga. Tell me why. The bill come back for her drinks alone. It's $1,000. $1,000 for drinks. I've never paid $1,000 for food, let alone no damn liquor. I don't even drink liquor. You know? Shit. So when the bill comes, she gets the bill, and she looks me dead in my face, and she's like, "Ooh," and passes it to me. And I'm like, "What are you doing passing this bill to me? It's yours. Aren't you, like you said, you're rich?" She looks at me, she's like, "Oh, boy, please. Like what? You ain't got it? I thought you was rich. I thought you was balling. What, you need help? You ain't got it? What, you broke?" And I'm just like, I really felt like punching this woman in the mouth, bro. Type of 1 in the chat if you could understand why I wanted to punch this woman in the mouth. You know what I mean? Type of 2 in the chat if, it was completely understandable her lying and saying she was a millionaire so that she could trick me into paying her $1,000 bill. You know what I mean? Like, oh. So I was just like, yo, you can't be serious, right? Like, this got to be a joke, right? Like, no one can possibly be like this. So she did that, and then, and then the restaurant people came at me like, "Yo, sir, she was sitting in your party. Someone has to pay the bill." So it's obvious that, like, I had just got conned. She was gonna obviously, so yeah, this was her plan the entire time. So I paid the bill, and now that's not even the worst part of the story. That's not the worst part of the story, guys. That's not the worst part of the story, but this next part of the story is so jacked up that it's an unlockable. You know what I'm saying? 30 in Super Chat will unlock the secret ending to this story. It's not for the faint at heart, and it's kind of not safe for work either. I'll give you, man. But yeah. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about when I became friends with a whole bunch of racists and I found out that they boned goats. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about how when I was working, I got caught smashing at work. Like, they literally walked in on it. I don't know how I remember how I didn't get fired. Yeah, remember how I didn't get fired from that one. Hey, what's up, Sharice? What's up, Stepper? What it is, Reese? What's up, John? What it is, Jihad. I'll be on Fortnite in a little bit. You know what I mean? You guys want to get some games in. Hey, what's up, Burn? What it do, Reese? But yeah, man. Alright, so peep game, right? This one time, this is one of the times I almost got myself shot. You know what I mean? So, tell me why one night I was at this bomb ass the fuck does that mean? I was at this really really cool club, but the club was like really really ratchet, right? So I'm up in the club, I'm walking around, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just like talking to people, having a good time and shit, just like enjoying life and shit. You know what I mean? And I run into this group of two women, and like, or this group of three women. So one of the women was really really attractive, like a 9 out of 10, and the other two women were like just regular looking, right? Just like, just okay looking, right? So me, luckily enough, I understand that if I walk up on the baddest bitch and try to dance with her, her whole job is just to reject me. You know what I'm saying? That's literally that's her whole premise, is to try to find a man to reject for an ego boost. You know what I'm saying? So me already understanding this, I don't fall for the goofy shit. I'm just like, yo. So I walk up to the second most attractive girl that she was dancing with, and I start talking to her. And the girl is very receptive to me, showing that I picked the right girl to talk to out of the three. You know, baddest chick doesn't care if you're Nelly, she's gonna reject you. The baby, it doesn't matter if you're the baby, you're gonna get rejected, right? So I start talking to the second hottest chick, and everything is cool. I'm talking to her, you know what I mean. About 2 minutes into the conversation, the super duper hot chick, you know what I mean. At first, her whole strategy was just to try to ignore me, figuring that I'd go out of my way to try to talk to her in the first place, bro. If you guys don't know this, when you go out, like, women usually go out just to, like, literally, well, women are always looking for the type of dude that they want, but at the same time, you know what I mean, like, usually if they run into, they're usually looking to try to reject dudes just for an ego boost. So type of one in the chat, if you guys feel like women reject dudes just for a quick ego boost, that's why they do it so much. Type of two in the chat, if women don't reject men for no reason. It's hilarious. Yo, I mean, that's hilarious, bro. W's in the chat to the mod squad. Catching that person who was trying to, rage bait and trick you guys out of your hard-earned money. That's really, really, really messed up that you're like that, John Dalton. It's really, really, really awful that you're that type of human being. So guys, type of one in the chat. Okay, so here, we're gonna read this so you guys don't think I'm some sort of horrible monster. Let's see, yeah. All right, so this person says, let's do the sad music first, because this is obviously a scam. And if it's not a scam, then you need to take it up with all the other people that always try to scam everybody online, because, that's why nobody believes anybody online, because everyone is trying to scam and lie online. It's a really big thing, and I'm not going to let my people get scammed. Yeah, I'm saying, like, just because, like, whoever's decided that, oh man, But yeah, I saw a report done on this not too long ago, these type of scams that people be doing, and it's super diabolical. So be careful, guys, because people are going around the internet and saying that, oh my God, my dog broke his arm, and he's all I have left. Here, let me play the sad music to really, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean. But if you're mad at anybody, John 3D, that your scam isn't working, blame the trolls. Blame the trolls. Yeah, I mean, because they troll so much on the internet that everything is goofy shit. Like, yeah, you better go plaster this poster on outside of a laundry mat window or some shit. Don't go online trying to tell people, oh my God, I got a hangnail and I'm gonna die of curiosity. Either make a video detailing everything that happened and put the video out and hope it goes viral, or plaster the poster out front of mom and shop businesses. You better get out and start begging on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come on the internet trying to lie, because if you tell it on the internet, you're lying. It's a lie. All right, so let's see. Sad violin music. This is, oh yeah, this is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's some super low down people nowadays, bro. Like, oh my God, my daughter, she's not gonna make it. Please send the Cash App, send the Zelle request, send the PayPal. Oh God, it's the only way she'll live is if you send me the money. Oh, bro, people, good Jesus. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, unknown, you definitely got to get right internally, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here you go. Let me help you out. Let me help you get right internally, unknown. Banned for life. There you go. There, you can take your self-help goofy shit somewhere else. The fuck? You know what I mean? Well, you ain't. What do you work for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, nigga? You know what I mean, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I appreciate your attempt, but we don't need or want therapy. But feel free to, go get some for yourself if you think you need it. You know, niggas is goofy. You need to get right internally. Project much? Nigga. All right, so this is what John says. God bless you guys. I need your help. Me and my daughter ran out of gas. I called the police and I walked in gas station. No help. Please, can someone help? I just lost my mom. I'm going through hell right now. All we need is that, like, bro, like, you know what I mean? I have no family left. Yeah. Well, like I said, they actually did a newscast on this, like, not too while back, not too long ago. And this is a very prevalent thing. Like, people will just lie about everything, And then if you do send any money through, you get your card scammed. So, yeah. It's really funny, too, that they try to do this in a stream where we're talking about a chick who robs a guy for money. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, she, that chick, you know what I mean? Yeah. But once we reach 30 in Super Chat, I will be telling you guys the secret ending to that story. I'm going to tell you guys a different dating story that happened to me, bro. I was at a bar, bro. I was at a bar. Was this the last time I got accused of sexual harassment by a female? Probably not, bro. I've been accused hundreds of millions of times, man. Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to make it to at least 700 million. Yeah, I'm saying that way. That means we got at least 1,700 baby mamas out the deal. Now, with that being said, I met this girl. We met up. So my homeboy brought through these two females for a double date, right? And this is like a long time ago. We decide to go to Rick and Morty's anime pop-up event, right? Where they were showing a new Rick and Morty anime that had just come out, right? So tell me why. We get up in that mug. And, at first they threw this real big picnic. So I'm up in there, I'm chilling, you know what I mean? Picnic's cool, you know what I mean? The girl I'm kicking it with, you know what I mean? She had her titty meat all over my back, you know what I mean? Her breasts is all over my back. So it was a great time, you know what I mean? She whispering sweet nothings in my ear. And for like 40 minutes, she just rubbing her titty meat up and down my back. It was a great time. It was a great time. Great titty meat. So with that being said, about 45 minutes later, you know what I mean? We get done talking. You know what I mean? We go to change venues. So we go into a bar that was real close to the location. We get up in there, And as we walked through the door, I ushered her to sit right next to me in the seat that was closest to where we were gonna order our food at. And when I did that, I touched her on her shoulder, and then went to go have her sit. Now, anybody that hangs out with chicks knows that you have to break the touch barrier with females. You have to break the touch barrier, and the best way to do that is by touching them in non-sexual places. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. Two things if you're going to be touching chicks. You know what I'm saying? Always touch them in a non-sexual area. You know what I mean? Obviously. And two, whenever you do, like touch their arm or something, never touch a girl's arm and then leave it there. Don't do that. Don't do this and then leave it there and then try to talk. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. No, the minute your hand or your body is touching the chick and it's obviously intentional for longer than 3 seconds, it's immediately creepy. Women won't tell you that. They will not tell you that. They won't tell you that the difference between an allegation is this and this. And then, you know what I mean? So, like, a lot of dudes, when they go to touch a chick, they try to, like, leave it on there. Oh, man, the longer I touch her, the longer she'll like me. No. When you go to touch a chick, you want to touch her and then take your hand away. Or touch her and then move your hand to another non-sexual place and then touch another non-sexual place and then move your hand away. You know what I mean? Never touch and then just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know, right? It's hilarious. That's literally the difference between an allegation and fornication. Like it's complete, you know what I mean? It's like that little bit in the middle. It is, just leaving the hand there for 4 seconds longer, and and you're immediately the creepiest person in the world. But if you just touch her and then you move your hand, oh yes, sweetie, like I was saying, yo, so like you said you like to watch anime, that's real cool. You know what I mean? My friends like to watch anime too. That means you got good energy. Little shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, oh yeah, you said you like to watch anime, you know what I'm saying? That's real cool. That, you know what I mean? Like my other friends, they like to watch anime too, blah, blah, blah. You just got an allegation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to keep your hand on a girl's shoulder to put the private, what? You move your hand to another private place, then move it after that. Oh, okay, you're asking a question. Okay, so you're asking, so the key is this. This is what it is. When you're not supposed, okay, so basically you're just not supposed to leave. You're supposed to basically touch a chick the way you would touch a dude if you knew him for like 4 years. It makes no sense. You wouldn't do anything overtly thirsty or sexual to your dude friend, right? You know what I mean? If you see, like, it's really messed up because it's very important when you're talking to girls to be physical, but it's also as important to not be creepy or thirsty or something like that. So you're talking to a chick, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you should go watch that one movie. You know what I mean? Touch her on the shoulder real quick. Take your hand away. Oh, you should go watch that one movie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, did you see the new Mortal Kombat movie? Yo, that shit good. That's literally it. You know what I mean? It's not like, yo, did you see that one Mortal Kombat movie? That shit is good. Like, that's what a lot of dudes will do. And they, you know what I mean? They not get themselves in trouble, but a chick is just going to disqualify you from everything if you do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, Leo? Yo. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? I touch this chick on the shoulder and tell her and have her sit next to me so that I can start ordering our food. Tell me why. I touched this chick on the shoulder, literally did this. I said, yo, like, we about to sit here. Hey, so, what got you into watching Rick and Morty? She looks like, you touch me. You're always touching me. Get your hands off me. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you touching me like that? You're touching me like that. Oh God, I feel so. Oh, you're and I'm just like, yo, like, and I'm sitting there, I'm letting her go through the spiel. I'm letting her yell, I'm letting her scream, because if I act defensive, I'm guilty. I did it. It doesn't matter that whatever she's saying I did, obviously I didn't do. It's just, all that matters is that she's yelling the goofy shit, right? So, she's yelling this goofy shit, and, she's like, yeah, what are you doing touching me? Don't touch me. Don't you ever touch me. What's wrong with you? What is wrong? Wait, you sexual harassment. Would you touch me? And everyone in the restaurant stands up like they're about to jump me. Right? So, guys, with that being said, I want you guys to put a pin in that situation right there. I want you guys to answer my question. You know what I mean? Type of one in the chat if she knew I didn't touch her inappropriately and was trying to manipulate me using sex as a weapon, you know, to extort me out of some goofy crap, right? Type of two in the chat if I was really touching her inappropriately, which made her never want me to touch her again, which is what I should have done. So a one in the chat if she was lying, you know, to manipulate me because it's a woman on a date. Type of two in the chat if I was really touching her inappropriately and it was my fault. You know what I mean? So type of one in the chat if she was a lying sack of crap. Type of two in the chat if I was just really all over this woman and harassing her and doing way too much, which meant she would have never wanted me to touch her again. Two, I want to see this. 100%. You know what? You guys are good people. What's up, Logan? What's up, John Lampkin? What it is, Lee Jean? What it is, Andrew? What it is, Devontae? She had to be lying, Blast. I'm just saying, like, it's probably because you guys just heard me explain why I wouldn't ever do that. Because it doesn't get you the girl. Doing this doesn't get you the girl. It makes her disqualify you from, you know, Bible study. You know what I'm saying? But when you touch a girl and then you move your hand, you know, regular conversation, and it's just like, it seems normal and friendly and shit, that makes a woman want you. You know what I'm saying? It gets her used to your touch and all of that stuff. Don't worry, BHD, females be crazy nowadays. That's why I don't really mess with most females like that. Andrews. W's in chat to Andrews, man. Yo, that's a W message, man. 3, you think with your penis. If it's a girl, that's a compliment. If that's a guy, you're getting banned. Yeah, I mean, you mention my penis. Only women mention my PhD's penis. You. Ooh, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your shit. I can't stand y'all, bro. W's in the chat to PhD's penis. Super chat. Said the nerve to super chat a birthday cake. Hey, look, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the compliment, but I assure you ladies out there watching, I have the world's smallest Johnston. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely microscopic. You know what I'm saying, ladies? It's like half a grain of rice. You know, it's like there's nothing there. It's like a straight drop from my belly button to my kneecaps. It's nothing. It's just straight drop. Nothing there, guys. It's ladies. You know, I swear, ladies. I do take $50 for ladies to see it though. You know, $50 choosing fee. Taking not taking requests though. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna edit that out. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't say that nasty shit, man. God damn it. Super chat me at BHD's penis. Super chat at me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know Mike even was on YouTube. I didn't know my dick had a Google account. Shit. Oh shit. Damn it, BHD's penis. It was I am well above average. Get the fuck. Stop. Get out of here, damn it. What are you doing to I stop? What are you doing to stop it? Stop telling people. Get out of here. Damn it. You motherfucker. I'm still. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. You know what I mean? Appreciate the compliment. Come on. Damn. These niggas in here snitching. Damn it. I'm gonna turn on some music. We gonna take offering. You know what I'm saying? You know, Reverend Shifty Dollar. You know what I'm saying? We giving out like whole fortune tellings. Okay, so peak game. Right? Dang, what the hell? What the hell was I talking about? Oh, shit. Oh. So this chick, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so it turns out she was lying because, and this is the reason why I thought she was lying, right? About me supposedly harassing her or me touching her shoulder. She took that as me as a grape attempt or something. This chick, I shit you not. I tell her, I look her in the face, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'll never touch you. And I lean back when I say, you know what? You're right. I'll never touch you again. Huh? Since I'm touching you inappropriately, I'll never touch you. How about that? Ever. Ever. Never. Hey, I got you. I got you. See, look, what? I'll never touch you again. Watch this. Never. And she's like, and I shit you not. This is what she does. She's like, it's like she snapped at me. She's like, oh, wait, no. You can touch me. No. You can touch me. No, come on, touch me. Please touch me. And I'm like, no. I'm leaning back. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? I made you uncomfortable, right? I was graping you, right? Right? No, I'm never going to touch you. Ever. You do not have to worry about me ever touching you. You got it. And she's like, wait, no, I was just joking. No, and then she puts her hands on my kneecaps, right? To draw me in, like in a sexual place, to let me know that, oh, no, please touch me. You passed the shit test, please. I get it. I was shit testing you. You passed. You can touch me. You qualify. Please. And I'm like, no. And I look over my homeboy, Malcolm, who's sitting right next to me at the bar. And I'm like, yo, Malcolm, hilarious, right? Isn't it funny to see this in person? Biddy tell me, don't touch her because I'm being creepy. I'm touching her. I'm being creepy, right? But then when I say, oh, word, you want to play that on me? Well, then I'll never touch you. Then she's all over me now. Huh? Why? How can that switch up exist, ladies? Ladies, why does that switch up exist? And how can it exist? I want to know. I want to know, ladies. Fuck. Exactly. Fuck. Yo, Steppen Vargas hit it on the nail. Fuck. Yo, nigga. Ladies, please. Please don't all talk at once, ladies. Crickets? Oh, I bet. Nigga. Yeah. I want to know why that switch up even exists. If women aren't very manipulative, aren't way worse than dudes. I've never seen a guy do that switch up. I've never seen a guy make that type of switch up. Like, what would be the point of doing that to me? What would be the point? She knows I'm BlastphamousHD. She knows I've got all this clout. She knows, you know what I mean? I'm probably the greatest she's ever going to be able to find. So, like, why the switch up? I just want to know. Isn't that, type of one in the chat, if that's an understandable question that I want to ask the ladies that. Type of two in the chat, if I should never ask women why they do that to us. And then lie and say we're the worst people in the world. It's our fault. Men are the problem, not us. We don't sabotage and start stuff and do horrible things. It's the men. We're the prize. It's the understandable. I understand, y'all. I'm gonna move along. I'm not gonna harp on it. It's all good. I love ladies because they invented titties. I enjoy it. If women weren't attached to their titties, I swear to God, it'd be over for women. Women would have no dog in this fight, man. Women would all be homeless if they weren't attached to their breasts. It would be over for them. I would invite the titty inside and shut the door, slam the door in the woman's face. Said, "Get the fuck out here, bitch. We got what we need here, bitch. We got." But since they are attached to their breasts, you know what I mean, and I haven't figured out a way to, you know what I mean, to get the titty without having the woman come with the titty. That, you know what I mean. I know what it do. I just be cool about it. So tell me why. So then this woman's all over me, right? She's like, no, you can touch me, please. No, I'm serious. No, please touch me. I'm just joking. Please touch me. And I was mad because I was like, bro, you almost got me jumped by everybody in this bar, bro. You tried to get me jumped by everybody in this bar for some shit I didn't do. I know I'm used to women lying on me, but goddamn, it don't make it any easier when it happened. You know, ladies, we're used to y'all lying on us for leverage, power, and personal gain and financial gain. But it don't make it any easier, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I mean? I just changed the subject. My homeboy's like begging me, please, Blast, please don't do this to her. Please don't do this. Please don't do her like this, because her friend ain't gonna be near me. Please. So I'm just like, so I changed the subject. Yo, when's the next movie coming out? BHD's unpaid child support. How y'all know about that? We all live for the breasticles. Hey, my niggas. You good peoples. BHD's unpaid child support. Hey, look, I used to pay a lot of child support. I just stopped. Once I realized what I was really getting for the money I was spending, I stopped paying child support. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nigga, I don't believe I should be paying for this anymore. So, with that being said, let's see. With that being said, so I turn around to the bar, man, and my homeboy, man, he's freaking out because he's thinking I'm just gonna like crash out on this chick or call her on her goofy shit. You know what I mean? And no, man, it's not worth it to call a woman on her goofy shit, because the only thing you'll get is just not laid. You know what I'm saying? And luckily enough for women, women need to be thinking their titty meat. That men only want the cheeks. Because if we didn't, a lot less women would be alive. I feel like a lot more dudes would have taken females out if men didn't only want butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know what I mean? I think there'd be a lot less females. I wouldn't have taken any of them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I know a lot of dudes that if they didn't have them butt cheeks and titty meat to look forward to, what the hell I need this shit for? What the fuck use does she have aside from trying to start shit and play games and all this other stuff? Now, with that being said, I changed the subject and I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I changed the subject because, I decided right then and there to get revenge on this woman. I decided to get revenge on this woman for everybody, for all of us, for every man out there. Every single one of us that has ever been lied on for some goofy shit, that's ever had a woman, you know what I mean? Like just all the goofy stuff that females tend to do. I decided to get one in on for all of us. I'm gonna tell y'all what we did to get this filthy ass, to get this ain't shit ass female back. And it wasn't, and it didn't, the only thing that made her ain't shit was that she tried to have me jumped and murdered. That's the thing that made her a not okay person that time. But she would have been a great person because she had nice breasts. But in that moment, the crap she had, like the stuff she did, it overruled the titty. And I was just like, you know what, damn the titty, I'm gonna get this bitch back. You know what I'm saying? I apologize to her titty meats because her titty didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? It was great titty. Her titties was good people. It didn't deserve that. But the female wasn't shit. That bitch wasn't shit. So, here's what I did. I was like, okay, because I understand all that shit. I understand how to get past all the shit. I understand all this goofy shit. I understand the shit test. I understand how to pass it. I understand, okay, I'm going to do all that. I'm going to get this woman to want me. I'm going to get this woman to look at me like I am the messiah of black men in dating. And then I'm going to tell this bitch no at the end. I'm going to make her ask me for it. And then look her in the face and say, fuck no, bitch. Fuck no, hell no, bitch. Goofy ass bitch. You know what I mean? Long titty, no nipple having ass bitch. You know what I mean? I just decided to get her back for all of us. So what I did was this. I was like, I told her, I was like, you know what? I turned around and then I just dropped the subject. I changed the subject and I turned to the bar and I just, I just got ready to order some food. And then the female, she yells out, bartender, I'll take a steak and I'll take some potatoes and I'll take an entree. And I yelled out loud, not on my tab. No, not on my tab. Not on my tab. No, you ain't, I'm not paying for shit. You ain't getting nothing from me. You ain't getting no food. You ain't getting shit. Nothing. I'm not paying your tab. I'm not buying you drinks. I'm not being nice to you. None of that. Cause I tried that before and that got me an allegation. So now I have to go to bad boy BHD. You know what I'm saying? Because women like bad boys. And if any of you people are out there, any of you women are wondering, this is how good men go bad. See, if you can't tell, I used to be a lover boy. You know what I'm saying? I used to want to wine and dine and treat women like people. You know what I'm saying? And when I found out how few cheeks that got me, I made the switch. You know what I'm saying? Which every man should make the switch because that's how you get females to run their cheeks for free. You know what I mean? Don't be a nice dude. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I made sure to change my voice up. You know what I mean? I made sure to, change my voice, put a whole bunch of bass in it and whatnot. You know what I mean? Start looking at her like this. You know what I mean? Start looking up towards her and shit while I'm looking at her. You know what I mean? So she got to look up at me and shit. Start talking all slow and put a bunch of bass in my voice to make it sound all masculine and whatever that shit. I don't know. So then, yeah, I mean, I told her no, I'm not getting, I told her no, I'm not getting her no food. So then after that, you know what I mean? We sitting there and she keeps trying to argue with me, right? She's trying to argue like, oh, and this is why, blah, 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 blah. And I just treated her like she didn't exist. I didn't talk back to her unless she said something nice to me. I treated her like she didn't exist. Yes, ladies, it's y'all's fault. We don't fall in love with y'all. No, my bad. It's us. It's always us. So, with that being said, I look chick, you know what I mean? Like, she ordered her own food. You know what I mean? She had my homeboy order her food for her. She's eating the food, you know what I mean? Like, lapping them shits up. And after we get done eating, you know what I mean? Her other friend calls us over to hang out with their other group of people at the table, right? So we go over and start hanging out with them. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Exactly. That's what I've been thinking and saying. You can't be a nice guy anymore. I've been being pushed more and more to be an a-hole because it seems to work with women. Yeah, it does. You know what I mean? This guy had W women advice. Yeah. Yo, appreciate you, Norland. You know what I'm saying? Bro, appreciate the compliment. These trifling women don't actually want good men who treat them like people. Then they are going to turn around and blame me and feel some type of way when I finally become the bad guy. Yeah, bro, it's way more diabolical than that. But, pretty much. What it is this. Women only reward, men that don't really need them and want them. A woman would rather have Bible study with a man that doesn't want her than she would with a man that does want her. And it's weird because you still have to act like, it's more so you can't act like you want it. You have to act like, You have to act like, I guess. Like, it's got to be like, it's here. But if you're like, yeah, then no. It's over. Friend zone immediately. But if you're like, yeah, that's what's up. I mean, that's what's up. Then she's with it. I don't know. So, with that being said, we finish up the dinner. You know what I mean? I eat my food. We go over there and we talk with her guy friends or whatever. We talking and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I bring it up about how goofy it was that she did that goofy shit. Because, like, why would she do that? And her friends is in the bar. You making me look like a crazy murderer, stalker, you freaking rapist in front of your friends? Like, that shit's cute? And you still tried to smash? So get this, right? So at a certain point in the conversation, after about talking with them for about 45 minutes, I'm like, all right, yo, we about to roll out. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on, we about to roll out. She's like, okay. And she gets up and comes with me. My homeboy comes with me too. You know what I'm saying? His date stayed because he was nice to her the whole time. His date left him for the other guy that was there at the bar. Literally left him and boned the other guy at the bar because my homeboy was nice to her. Her attempt, I would even say her attempt at painting me as a rapist was her attempt, also her attempt at ditching me for one of the other guys that was at the table. I would even have to say that her having us sit at the table with the other guys was another attempt to try to ditch me to get with who she thought would be the most, I hate to say these words, but the most alpha guy out of everyone there, right? But I let the dude that she was trying to make me jealous of, I let him know, yo, like, I'll break your teeth. We could scrap right now. Because he was talking greasy. So I was like, bro, we can go outside. I'll break your face and come back inside and have a dinner and eat dinner, bro. I don't even drink liquor. I ain't mad at it. So, like, you know what I mean? Feel free. You can have her. I don't want her. But I am down to break your teeth outside if that's what you think you can do to me. If you're going to talk the greasiness, you ain't going to talk that. So it's, oh, I think that's good. Hey, you see the new Mortal Kombat movie? That's if I just changed the subject when he wasn't down with the fade. So because I did that, she came with me, right? She wanted to hang out with me that night. So we leave. We come to the, we come back to, we on our way back to my crib or whatever. We got out the Uber. We walking up to my crib and my homeboy is like catcalling her. Cause, I guess somehow in between driving there and getting in the Uber and getting here, he's trying to smash this same chick I'm with now for some reason. And I'm just like, I don't say anything because I already know, don't even acknowledge it. So she says to me, she looks at me while we're walking to my house and she says to me, there's another shit test. You're not going to take advantage of me, are you? You're not going to hurt me, are you? And this is always what I say to females. Regardless of what we're doing at any point, I will always let you leave. I don't want anything that's not given to me. That's what I say to every female. I don't want anything that's not handed to me. You're going to hand me that shit. If not, then you didn't. The door. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, we get into my crib. We chilling up in here for half an hour, 45 minutes. We're watching Pacific Rim. I put on a good-ass movie because I already know how to bring this home. But I only wanted to bring it home so that I wouldn't, to not bring it home, just so she knew that her feminist goofy shit got her disqualified from a dude she really liked. All because she wanted to do feminism things. Oh, I gotta make a man look like a sicko, creepy, blah, 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 stealing vagina guy. Right? And ladies, you guys are free to do that every time. But just when you don't get picked, know why. You know what I mean? Know why when you 47 in your crib with 17 dogs, know you had chances, and you what do they call that? You fumbled them. You know what I mean? Trying to be extracurricular. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? We get done watching a little bit of movie and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm about to get ready to go to sleep. She gets up and she's like, ooh, I want to sleep in your bed. Like, you know what I mean? Can I sleep in your bed? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I got work in the morning, right? So she's like, I don't know. So then she grabs by my pants and she pulls me in and she gives me a hug and she like rubs her happy place against my happy place. You know what I mean? Like, just like letting me know, like, yo, no, like, let's get it. Like, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like, the bed's right there. We're in my room. It's on and popping. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I tried lying on you earlier, as every woman eventually tries to do for leverage. But I did that, yes, but, like, you are a strong man. Let's do what nature says to do, what they do on the Discovery Channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's what's up. So like, get out. So I want you to order your own Uber because I'm not paying for Uber. And then I want you to get out. After she begged me 3 times for Bible study, then I kicked her out. Hey, look at the bright side. Feminism. Dun, 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 dun. Goofy ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's understandable, Big Loaf. That when you fell out, it was hard to watch. Yeah, you got to start falling out. Stay hydrated, drink more liquids, and maybe exercise more. Then you'll be less. That'll fix your blood count so that you don't fall out anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yo. So Merrick's magical wand. Oh, okay. So of course, a guy with so little self-esteem had like to name himself Merrick's magical rod, because anyone that names themselves, "Oh, I have a magical mangina," is that's more delusional than women. But yeah, Merrick's magical wand says maybe a man with no self-esteem, but at that point, are you even one? I don't know what that question means. I don't know what that question means. You know what I mean? Yeah, she cock blocked herself, or in this case, she kitty blocked herself. Hey, that's real. You know what I'm saying? She fucked around and found out. She wanted to play them games. She wanted to, feminism on a guy. Yeah, woo, woo. And all she did was get to take her ass right back to the projects and I'll never see her again. That's all she got. She played herself. Mm-hmm. Mirror's magical rod. Oh boy. I mean, if you give up yourself to women who puts you down, are you a man? Merrick's magical rod. Type a 1 in the chat if Merrick's magical rod sounds like a virgin who has never gotten a female to say yes. So anyone that does get women to say yes is obviously a horrible person, because it makes him feel better about all of his failures with women. The fact that he can't get any women to say yes, I mean, and you can tell this a couple of ways. One, Merrick's magical rod. No guy that gets laid says he has a magical rod, because we all know that doesn't work. Two, he made a Yu-Gi-Oh card reference, which I play Yu-Gi-Oh cards too, but I know for a fact dudes that play Yu-Gi-Oh usually ain't ever seen consensual titty. Uh, and three, he says if you give up yourself to a woman that puts you down, are you a man? Which says to us that you can't pass women's shit tests, which is the only time they'll ever sit on you. Ta-da! I just saved you 40 years of sexual ambiguity, magical rod. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Women only shit test you when they view you as what do they call that? When they view you as worthy of getting laid. So, which means all the women that have been putting you down, what they've really been saying is, I like you, but are you really man enough to smash? And by you turning them down and getting mad and yelling and doing whatever goofy shit and crashing out whatever goofy shit you've been doing, you've been telling them, hell no, I'm not. So, yeah. Hey, look at the bright side though, Magical Rod. Since you've been acting that way, since you've been doing that already with the ladies, like you built up that habit, and they're all gonna tell you no, because yeah. But hey, if it makes you feel any better, we passed shit tests. W's in the chat to the mod squad. Oh, get well soon. Well, I still can't get a girlfriend. All right, guys, this is how you get a girlfriend. You have to be able to deal with a female shit test, bro. If a female views you as a possible sexual partner, she's going to shit test you. And that's where a lot of guys go wrong with women. They think that, oh, if she talks shit to me, she doesn't like me. No, if she talks shit to you, she views you as a possible mate. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are ways to circumvent that stuff, but that is advanced. You know what I mean? That costs money. Like, if y'all want to know how to be with a woman and have her not shit test you, that costs money. You know what I'm saying? That's crazily secret information. But just learning how to pass women's shit tests, I could tell y'all that shit all day, every day. Even though, like, you know, and what's really messed up is no other dude will tell you how. No other guy knows how. No other dude probably knows what I know. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I be going into people's TikTok lives, like the big group chats and TikTok live, and I talk about any of this stuff, and they just think they literally can't comprehend it. Like, and the reason why they can't comprehend it is because in order to understand women, you have to smash 50 women. You will understand female nature after your 56th body. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to 56, you'll understand female nature. Anything before that, females will be able to twist and turn their words to make it seem like we're the reason for whatever, you know what I mean? But after 56, you understand, like, come on, like, every chick does the same thing, but they say they're all different. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, I want every guy out there to view females as a video game. They're all video games, bro. And it's all about getting your skill up in the video game, not winning the video game. If you win the video game, aka get married, it's game over. But if you keep playing the game and getting your skills up, and you keep working on your skills and acquiring new Pokemons, you could view them as that, or Digimons or whatever, then your skill keeps going up and the game never ends. But if you cut one pony from the herd and then only be with her and figure you're never going to have to deal with a woman's shit test again, game over, because her shit test gets 50 times harder. When you marry a woman, the shit tests get 50 times harder. You know? I mean, I could be wrong. You know? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could not know what I'm talking about at all. You know what I mean? And mind you guys, this is only for like 20% of chicks. You know what I mean? Only 20% of chicks act like this. It just feels like it's all of them. Message. So, give y'all, you know what I mean? I don't want y'all to feel sad, like there's no, oh my God, like, no, man, you have to train, just like with everything. Women are training. They're just very intense internal and emotional training, which is something that a lot of guys refuse to do. You know what I mean? That's understandable. You know what I mean? Nigga. I'm just saying, bro. I be trying to put y'all on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard there's a massive drop in men trying to date. Yes, it's because men don't even know that shit tests are shit tests. I'm going to give you an example, right? You walk up on a female. Now, if you walk up on a female, number one, this is the number one thing about dating as a guy. For some reason, you're low value if you compliment women. I know. The things they tell you to do the most is the shit that makes them is the things that make them treat you the worst. Is the things that make them devalue you the worst. So if you walk up on a female and if you compliment women, they're just going to view you as lower value. I shouldn't even be having this talk, bro. We're not gonna have this talk. I'm gonna put some music on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We going to, hey, what's you guys' favorite movie? You know what I mean? Type of 1 in the chat if you guys have seen the new Mortal Kombat movie. Type of 2 in the chat if you like the Michael Jackson movie better. You know what I'm saying? Because every time we have a talk about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys want the advice, you know what I mean? Super chat through, and for every 10 in super chat, I'll give you guys a secret about women. You know what I mean? And how you can't, a secret that'll keep you from getting, cucked, I guess. I mean, CUCK'd. Because, but yeah, you know. But yeah, other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen either movie. Understandable. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, there is a massive drop in men dating women because they can't handle the shit tests. They can't handle the roller coasters, man. And I'll give them that, bro. Like females, whew, some of the stuff they do, bro. Like they do the stuff. It just is weird. It's just weird. But me, I'm not switching to dudes. So I would much rather take female shit than you know what I mean? I'll just deal with women's shit tests, bro. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what like some dudes do. I'll just get with a dude. I'll just get with a dude. I'm like, I'll let women talk their shit. I just let women talk they. I just be strong and let women talk their shit. I ain't. Nope. Mm-mm. Nah. Nah. Mm-mm. mm. Mm. Hey, Kaiser. Kaiser says, "You good, bro? I want you to guess, Kaiser. I want you to guess if I'm good. You know what I mean? Hmm? Yeah, I read a book that says, well, if someone asks you if you're good, like, what I mean? They're trying to reassure themselves if they're good. You know what I mean? So I hope you're good, Kaiser. I rather date me, myself, and I. Understandable. Yeah, you choose your own peace. All for them tig old bitties. Hey, that's real. What they say is because they just get used to women. I don't even know what that means. I don't. Hmm. Nine Nine X said, I've been watching you for a long time, and I want to know what happened to the animes and stories. They cost $10,000 to $20,000 per episode, and I was paying out of pocket. And taking care of all of my family members, and taking care of all of my friends, and taking, or well, all of my accomplices, or all of my coworkers, and I'm saying, like, I was taking care of everything, like 20 G's an episode. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the 20G, at all of this money that I'd spent out of my own pocket in order to give you guys the best content that I could possibly give you guys and the best stories possible, all for you guys to believe the ugliest, most skinniest, dirtiest looking female that I've ever met in my life, Brandy, when she says that I had tried to touch on her and she's like 10 times uglier than the girl I was dating, than any of the women I was dating. So when that happened, like when I saw how easily all of everyone would like turn, even though I was like spending everything I had made back on you guys, it didn't make much sense anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I spend all of that money? And then, like, even if one of them did go viral, I would spend 20 G's on making an animated story time, and I would make at best $200 per episode. I was not doing them for money. I was doing them to entertain my viewers because I knew you guys wanted it. You guys liked it. I spent it 20 G's per episode. But luckily, you guys showed me not to do that. You know what I mean? I appreciate I appreciate that for y'all getting me out. Cause if y'all had kept just being awesome, like, I mean, if nobody would have, like, you know what I mean? Like, if people wouldn't have believed the obvious lies, then I'd have just kept blowing all my money on giving you guys content and stuff. But luckily you guys like saved me from that one. You know what I mean? But if it's any consolation, the same thing happened to. It's not you guys' fault. I read in a book that it's just normal. You know what I'm saying? It's not anybody's fault. It's just what comes with believe all women, especially when they lie. You know what I mean? Especially when they lie. And I'm honestly thankful that you guys believe, you know what I mean? Y'all believe them and whatnot, because it saved me, man. I had an animator and everything. I had already put a $500 down payment on the Young Child Support music video that I was having animated for y'all, and I really wanted to put that out. So it wasn't all just the lies and dumb shit, you know. But it was like the animator that I had animating for the animated music video. I gave him $500 up front to start animating on the video, and he took the 500, didn't do the work, and then came back and asked me for 30 grand per music video. And I was like, bro, I was already planning on paying him 3 G's per music video because music videos are so much shorter than a 20-minute BHD animated story time, right? So, you know what I mean? I freaking let me see. I gave him the 500, and then he came over to my house and tried to fight me for the rest of it. And the reason why was because his family had told him, look at BHD, look at BlastphamousHD's house. And you're only getting paid $3,000 for a 1.5 minute video? Bro, you need 30. And so what you do is you just wait him out. And then you got to wait for him to cave. He'll cave, you know? Which is another reason why everyone should listen to women. They're great business consultants. Nigga. That's what's up. We never told you. Yeah. I don't know why people don't ask questions nowadays. I mean, it's cool. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone believes every woman, no matter how obvious it is she's lying. Look at what happened with Stefan Diggs. It's not you. It's nobody's fault. It's not you guys' fault. Look at Stefan Diggs. He obviously did it, even though his cook was on the TV dancing in front of everyone, saying, I'm going to get you for it. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? And, but then again, because Stefan Diggs has a bunch of women, like, a lot of people will already go out of their way to believe he's a horrible person. You know what I mean? Like, and what's really wild is all of the women that are preaching that, like, I'm the worst person in the world are the number one chicks who sleep with me if they're in a room with me. I say that because, well, can't tell those stories. Yeah, let's just say I've had a lot of proof. You know what I'm saying? But those are just female shit testing. You know what I mean? But a lot of guys don't know women shit test. They don't know that it's a thing. They don't know that every chick is going to do it, and they do it for leverage. They don't do it because something's really wrong with them. They don't do it because you're treating them bad. They do it because she wants leverage. Like, bro, I got a lot of those stories. Stories of, like, chicks trying to lie on me for leverage. You know what I mean? After I get bad enough, I just leave. Well, you was lying and telling people sick. What do you mean? It was just for leverage. That doesn't mean you leave me. Nah. Bruh. So where you guys at? What time is it where you guys are at? Where you guys from? How would I go around maneuvering the woman leverage? The best way to maneuver around women attempting to get leverage is to, let's see, not give her space. Most important thing to do when you have women, give her space. That's why I don't live with any women, and I refuse to do so unless she pays me. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. Well, not first, but I say it all the time. If a woman wants me to live with her, she's got to pay me a lot of money as an allowance. I've been offered 20 G's a week, and that makes sense. I can see that. I like that. That tends to make a pretty good, and that makes sense. Unless she pays me, yeah. I'm not living with no female unless she pays me. Now, with that being said, if you're dating a woman, like, you should give her space. But, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, answering you guys' questions, super chatted questions gets answered first. You know what I mean? And the more the super chat, the higher the super chat, the better the advice will be. I can literally teach you guys to go out and get a girlfriend within. Have a girl. If all you want is just a girlfriend, so fucking easy. If all you want is a girl that wants to be around you, it's the hardest, easiest thing in the world to do. And I can teach someone to do it in 3 minutes. I can teach one, and the beautiful thing about this thing that I would teach you to get a girlfriend, you could get the most beautiful one in the world. Rihanna would let you, like, would give you a shot if you talk to her the way I told y'all why I would tell y'all to talk to her. You know what I mean? But like, if y'all want that information, bro, that's like the cream of the crop. Like, craziest. That's not the craziest information I got. Like, that's not the crazy best information. But that mug is gonna cost you about $100, and that's still crazy cheap. Like, if I could literally go out, if I found a dude that was like really hard up for chicks, but he had cheddar, he paid me about 45 grand for this, probably, to teach it to him. I would have to show him how it works in person. You know what I mean? Like, I'll demonstrate it one day on stream. We go out, I'll go out in public and just demonstrate it on random women. If we reach the super chat milestones. Joker says, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Charge them hoes a fee. Okay, so, but what I will tell you is, I'll tell you guys like the brick and mortar of how to date and how to get a girlfriend as a man. Number one, you got to work out. You know what I'm saying? You got to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to, like, you don't have to, like, be in shape, but you got to at least work out. Be working towards a shape. And it can't be a rectangle. It can't be a triangle. It can't be a freaking just a straight spear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be, if you're a man, if you're a guy, you're gonna want to be shaped like a upside down triangle. Hey, where you guys from? What time is it where you guys are at? Where the white woman at? Bro, I was hanging out with this. I took this one. Yo, W's in the chat. Tomodo. Yo, Tamada. I deleted my YouTube channel when I was 15 years, back in 2015. I had a massive following. You know what I'm saying? But how do you handle the stress? Understandable. Women treat me really well. You know what I mean? And working out. You know what I mean? I work out. I have friends. I hang out with women. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta balance. You gotta balance your life. Your life has to be balanced. You have to spend 33%. Well, not 30. Yeah. Well, 33% on dating. You know what I mean? You got to put 33% into dating, 33% into your financials, and 33% into your health. I mean, so basically work out, make money, and hang out with women. You know what I mean? You do those three things, and you'll pretty much be good. You know what I mean? If you let any one of them go on go untrained for too long, then that leads to stress and not like feeling good. But understandable, Moto. Yeah, bro. Like that sucks, bro. My condolences, man. You know what I mean? Like it happens to the best of us. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I had a 2.8 million channel like deleted off YouTube. I was like, bro, like, damn. Dun dun dun. You were 15 years old? Yeah, you were 15. So you didn't have money or that. Understandable. So you did that? Like you deleted it? You weren't making money? Dang. Understandable, man. Yeah, you were dealing with all of those people and weren't getting paid for it, bro. That's very understandable. I know a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like they're just like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? You do gotta like deal with a bunch of people. Yeah, that's real excited chemistry. You know what I mean? I've always been the type that's wherever I go, I like to make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who I am. And me, I'm like, I don't get a whole lot of stress from being out in public because number one, I love being out in public. And number two, like, luckily enough for me that because I train, I don't really like, well, because I'm like black and I grew up in the hood and all that, I don't really have to worry about like people trying to hurt me or jump me or any of that. Like shit, you know what I mean? So I don't really have a lot of the stresses that a lot of like people would have, especially as a YouTuber, because y'all saw when type of one in the chat, if you guys saw when Ice Spice got jumped. I mean, she got like beat the hell up at the McDonald's. I have never run into somebody with enough gooch to run up on me and just start throwing blows. I would welcome it. You know what I mean? Like I'm, you know what I mean? But I haven't had it happen. You know what I mean? I've had dudes try to talk themselves into doing that shit in front of me, but I'm just like, bro, like, good luck. You got it. Man, I be trying to cheer for him and shit. Hey, you got this, man. Yeah, I'm about to jump online actually. Oh, no, Moto. No, Mata. You know what I mean? Like, So you say hopefully things get better for me? You were the one who said you're stressed. What are you talking about? I don't get it. I hope things get better for you. You know what I mean? Appreciate the compliment? I don't understand. You said you deleted your channel and you're sad about it. I'm not. Makes perfect sense. Have a nice day. So where are you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? Yeah, don't worry about it, y'all. You'd be surprised how much a lot of people don't know how to conversate. Good. But yep, I'm turning on some Fortnite. You know what I mean? Super chatters get first dibs. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It just makes me like low key not want to talk to y'all. Like, good. And like introducing nicknames. So we got that. Alright, cool. Oh. Alright, so that's partially blocked. Two strikes again. Word. That's what's up. Bruh. That reminds me of like this one freaking dude I knew, bruh. You know what I mean? Bro, I remember when I had this one dude and we was cool. He's like a movie star or whatever. He worked on the Karate Kid show that was like on Netflix. Tell me why, bro. Like, I'm running the homie, man, and I'm talking with him and I'm figuring, oh, okay, this dude has to be a strong human being, right? He's a freaking, like, he's a movie star, right? I'm hanging out with this dude, and this dude is like super famous and rich. And this dude is like, he's just like, he spent the whole time we were kicking it trying to shame me into feeling bad like him. And I was just like, I don't feel bad. I like my life and I like me. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, yeah, but aren't you filled with trauma? Like, you know, you look at your knuckles. It's just trauma. You're covered in trauma. You're so trying. I'm like, yo, like, are you good? Like, you good? Shit. Oh. Like, it was like, oh, God. He was like hanging out. He was like hanging out with a female that didn't have a vagina. Terrible. I was just like, ugh. But I've noticed that a lot of dudes are like that nowadays, bro. If a guy can't fight, then he's just gonna try to shame you for being able to fight by trying to repurpose it, you know, or that you need therapy or something. It's just like, oh, yeah, bro. You guys probably ran in that before. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. I thought he was way too rich and famous to care about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why he still cared about that. I've run into a lot of dudes who are like that, though. I ran into this one couple. I literally saved their lives with my fighting skills. I kept them from getting robbed. And then the guy turned around and told me that there's something wrong with me that I have this fighting skill. And I'm like, but I just saved you and your goofy, stupid wife from getting robbed on Fremont Street by some gangbangers with Pooh Shiesty masks on using my hood fighting skills. And I saved both of y'all. What do you mean that there's something wrong with me for having the skill to save your life when you don't? Hmm? Nigga. Yeah. But, you know, yeah. 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 That's just funny. Fucking gross. That's cool. You from North Carolina. That's what's up. I might turn some Fortnite on. Yeah. Bro, I'm trying to go into Fortnite. Oh, my computer is about to start glitching. You haven't paid taxes since 2007 since Stepping Buggers? Shit. Shit, that's what's up. Yeah, I haven't paid my taxes in a long time. I wonder how my phone has. I caught my baby mama cheating, then the nigga knocked me out in my own crib. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. How Sonic movies are good. For real, for real. Yeah. You say it's lagging? Yeah, it probably is. I'm about to get better internet. Alright, you guys, I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'm about to jump on the stream. You know what I mean? W's in the chat. I'll see you guys in a little bit.